Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Flesh Wound Farce, where we review and discuss your and our favorite comedy films. This is the world's first and only combination trivia host and professional wrestling announcer of Chilean descent that currently resides in Southern California, Ozzy V. And with me, as always, on this program, first in the Northern California Bay Area, world's famous juggler, Greg Larson. How you doing, Greg?
Not good, Ozzy. Not good.
You're not good.
Yeah. I just found out the Choco Taco is discontinued.
Ugh.
It's upsetting. Like that literally, like I just found that out as the intro was rolling.
No.
My world has changed.
Well,
I don't know if I could finish this episode. Luckily, we're talking about a great movie, but still.
When was the last time you had a Choco Taco?
We don't need to talk about that. It's one of those things that's from my
childhood. I mean, like, here's the thing. I've had a Choco Taco.
Taco Choco, something totally different.
Okay. Listen, my point is this. I love the ice cream. I love the sweets. I had a Choco Taco and I was like, all right.
No. I'm with you, Greg.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love a watermelon, so it's kind of like the same idea.
Right. Okay. So when was the last time you guys had a Choco Taco?
Definitely pre-pandemic. But the thing is, it's not about that, Ozzy. I know where you're going. It's about I want the option to be able to go get a Choco Taco if the urge so hits.
You had the option for the past 3 years and you didn't do it.
And when urge is hit, I've gotten it.
And you asked me when the last time I had a drumstick was. And it's been some time, but let me tell you give me a good stick, I'm gonna be a happy man. Like just
I don't want to go into that what you're talking about. I'm talking about ice cream. But anyhow,
back to the Taco Choco.
But seriously, okay, Todd, all honesty, like you said you had it before the pandemic. 2019, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
If it was like, but this goes into the reason as to why it's being discontinued. Because if you got it before the pandemic and you would say that you loved the Choco Taco, but the past 3 years you chose not to get one.
You should know this, Greg.
Well, no, but didn't you, Todd? You said I'm with you,
just
Greg.
because I actually had a specific time frame.
Okay, Greg. So, when was the last time you had a Choco Taco?
Probably before the pandemic, but still.
Okay, then. Well, like, you can't be mad that they're discontinuing a product that nobody even bought when everybody was buying everything. When the government was giving them extra money. Do you want to get a Choco Taco for $1? Which, by the way, is all you need to become a Patreon member. I'm still upset about that. Patreon.com/FleshWoundFeatures. You can be a member for $1.
You should be glad our Patreons could join and get such value for that $1.
Anyhow, back to the Choco Taco. People are getting upset that it's discontinued. Yet, I have two people right here that said, oh, I love the Choco Taco. When was the last time you had it? Like at least 3 years ago. And you can't even tell me like when. It's like at least before the pandemic.
Can't tell you I've gotten my child one in the last year.
And I don't have
they asked for another one since?
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen him since, but
okay, make me feel like an a-hole. Greg, what were you gonna say?
Remind me.
Look, I also haven't gone to Disneyland since, before the pandemic, but I still like Disneyland.
Damn.
Okay, apples to freaking oranges. Disneyland's in one spot that you have to fly or you have to travel to. Choco Tacos. When was the last time you looked for a Choco Taco? Like, yeah, I really need a Choco Taco right now. Let me search right now. Choco Taco near me.
Last time I saw an ice cream truck come by, which has been some time because the pandemic did not allow the ice cream trucks to come by our neighborhood, I was excited for a Choco Taco.
So you stopped the ice cream truck?
Yes, I stopped.
And you asked for a Choco Taco?
I did.
When was this?
One, but still.
Say that one more time. The connection was one. So you did not have one.
But
that's the real reason they have, because they weren't buying them to sell them.
That's right.
I think there are better ice creams out there. Personally, when it comes to ice cream, the only thing
if
that wins
Ozzy
to
doesn't
my
like
end,
it doesn't matter to anyone else.
No. It's just you can't be upset about a product that nobody was buying being discontinued.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of stuff now doesn't get discontinued because people aren't buying it. A lot of times it's too expensive to make and they don't want to do it anymore. Ever since the pandemic, we have that. So you don't know specifically it didn't sell enough.
My head's going to explode.
I think no. This is a conspiracy. I'm going to stop you, and I'm sorry, because I think this is a conspiracy of Mexican, things being imported to American things, because the Mexican pizza at Taco Bell, which is obviously nothing to do with Mexican food, they ended up discontinuing it just so it would sell like gangbusters when they brought it back. And weirdly enough, Choco Taco often served at Taco Bell's. This is just a marketing ploy to take it away from us to regain the love of the Choco Taco.
You're mocking me.
You know what?
No, he's mocking me. I know he's mocking me. You know why I know he's mocking me? Because you don't get Choco Tacos at Taco Bell. You used to get Choco Tacos at El Pollo Loco.
Same difference.
Yeah.
No, one serves Mexican food and the other thinks it serves Mexican food.
And I don't know which is which when you say it. I really don't.
Which, by the way, do you know about the Cheez-It Tostadas and Crunchwrap Supremes?
The only thing that Cheez-It should ever be is a traditional, regular Cheez-It. Any variation, any usage of a Cheez-It in any other form is blasphemy. So, there you go.
Yeah, you have
OG.
Todd with a regular bag of Cheez-Its. That's totally cool.
I don't like any of that.
Tostada,
I don't like any of that.
Crunchwrap Supreme. Listen, Mexican food and Cheez-Its. What the fuck? I apologize. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. I apologize, Todd, but that was a well-deserved F-bomb. Come on.
All that gimmicky Taco Bell food, I'm like, no.
All right, we've spent a good near 8 minutes not talking about this movie. Ladies and gentlemen, this week we are reviewing and discussing Action Point, which was released on June 1st, 2018, with a runtime of 85 minutes. Todd, do you have the trailer available?
I do.
Let's see what this baby can do.
Okay, I gotta go. Thanks for taking care of her, Dad. She loves having you around.
It is the bottom of the ball. Really?
That looks fun.
Your mom ever tell you it's your old papa home on the greatest amusement parks of all time? Those days were different. There weren't so many rules. Your mom would come for the summer. Boogie!
Hi.
Oh, baby doll! Even back then, she was the voice of reason.
You're the lifeguard. Shouldn't we be facing the water?
Let God sort them out.
What's our attendance today?
Down about 45%.
What?
Suppose you probably heard you got some competition in town. They've got roller coasters and a chairlift that actually works.
This is our home. We can't just let somebody take it.
Damn it! Ow! Ugh. What this place needs is an excitement enema. We're gonna make this place fast and loose. Every ride, every attraction, no rules, no speed limits, just pure fun.
That sounds kind of dangerous.
Let's see what this baby can do. The new Action Point is now open. Free beer for everybody. We need something to do with these little bastards. Like the petting zoo.
Hold my beer.
Bye-bye, Mr. Brink.
There's more where that came from.
When I was younger, I could do 4 of these at a time.
That was the trailer for Action Point, released on June 1st, 2018, with a runtime of 85 minutes, directed by Tim Kirkby, written by, story from Johnny Knoxville, screenplay by John Outscore and Dave Krinsich, starring Knoxville, Eleanor Washington Cox, and Chris Pontius as Benny. So, initial thoughts on this one, loosely based on the actual park known as Action Park, which was in New Jersey, that was operated from 1978 through 1996. Initial thoughts on this: I had always seen commercials and trailers for this, and it was always on my list of ones I wanted to watch. I just never got around to it. Was pretty much what I expected, which was just catching the off the coattails off the whole Jackass trend. Which, I mean, if you know what you're getting yourself into, you're not going to be disappointed. It was a short comedy it had some heart to it, enough to drive it and keep me interested the entire time. Greg?
This movie isn't necessarily going to be for everybody. For me, though, like, this is a movie I hadn't seen before. I don't even remember hearing about it. Like, I'd heard about Action Park. I've seen a lot of documentaries about that. Don't really know like how close they are. I mean, I know the kind of tube ride thing that they take the brakes off at one point.
Action Park was just a water park.
Gotcha.
So that's the big difference.
Got it.
But the water stuff is similar to some of the footage.
The water park was between 2014 and 2016. 78 and 96 had the other, like the battle tanks and the super go-karts and there wasn't like rides, like there wasn't like roller coasters, like the stuff, the loops. There's actually a really, really good documentary on HBO Max, Class Action Park. If you like this movie, even if you don't, I recommend watching it. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So, but like my first job at 15 was a theme park, and I continued working theme parks for probably about 15 years. And so nostalgia wise, and I hate to like have that it was a different time moment, but it was a different time, you know, and I think I was on that cusp when things were changing from having a lot of fun and things being crazy to a little bit more regulated, because as this movie points out, there's lawsuits involved. So, you know, so this was like in the South Park universe was a super member berries movie. And I thought it was a lot of fun.
Todd.
Yeah, I've actually seen this one before, which is kind of why I was pushing it. I think it's hilarious. I love like coming off of the Action Park stuff, which I knew in advance. And then I think I saw this, then the other documentary, the Class Action Park one. So it's kind of cool to see like the differences and how much crazier the real thing was to the movie. But I know Knoxville got like 4 concussions on this. I mean, he didn't really need to do these stunts in the movie, but so be it. I am a fan of this. I've watched it a couple times. This may have been my third already, and I think the first time I saw it was 2019, somewhere in the pandemic, when I started catching up on shit. So, yeah,
during the pandemic.
Yeah, when I was probably eating a Choco Taco when I watched.
No, you weren't, because you said it was pre-pandemic.
Okay, that's right.
I was just about to say you'll catch up on some movies that you hadn't seen before, but you won't get a Choco Taco.
You know what? How do you know I didn't have one in the freezer from before?
Because you would have said I had one in the freezer from before. I'm saving it for a special occasion. Because if it was that good, if it was that good, you would know when you're going to have it. But it's not that good. So stop pretending it's a big deal.
Although, oftentimes, the moments I've had a Choco Taco are times in my life I don't remember much the next day. So,
fair point.
So, but does that even really help your argument? The only time you'll get a Choco Taco is that when you're impaired?
Or that it's the perfect thing for when you're impaired. Look, there are certain things in life that, like, I don't always get Jack in the Box tacos, but when I've had a few, they are one of the best things in the world. So, and at one point ordered 100 of them. So it happens. Whatever, Ozzy. Have fun. I've been through many of those moments with you, sir.
Listen, the Choco Taco wasn't that great. I'm going to go out and say it. Not that great.
I'm going to try to find some Choco Tacos. We're going to do a live taste test before they're gone.
Patreon exclusive.
Or, you know,
we
could eat them while watching the 24 hours.
As a reminder, you can subscribe for $1. Patreon.com/Flesh Wound Features. $1.
We do our other our commentaries on higher tier, but because it's a first and we want to entice them, Ozzy's the $1 tier. He's our cheap one.
Hey, get him a taste.
Yeah.
I forgot where we were.
I think we're going to rate
into the favorite moments. Okay.
Oh, we haven't even done that.
Yeah, I'm going to take this right now because it was easily when I say the only part of the movie that made me bust up laughing, that's not to say none of the other stuff didn't make me laugh. It did. It's just this moment made me laugh, like just at this moment compared to everything else in the film. And I'll just say it's when Benny is in the TV studio and he gets a hand injury, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, in the TV studio, has to exit the TV studio in mental anguish, if you will. That moment was definitely the one that had me bust up at the sides. But
got you.
That was me.
Yeah. So again, this is all personal. Like, this isn't just like this movie, like I said, had a lot of feels. And just kind of go back, one of my Great America days, which was my first theme park that I had worked at. My buddy and I were like, hey, we got a show we're hosting. Like, I've seen people do that thing where you put your hands out, you put your foot in the person's hands, they help you do a backflip. Let's do it. And we like tried it backstage first, didn't want to do it on stage. Sure enough, landed on my wrist, like messed it up big time, and go to, the first aid area. And they're like, all right, we're going to send you to the doctor. I was like, no, just wrap it up. I want to go back to work, So that's why it was like, it really felt a lot in this movie, like some of the past, but favorite moment. So again, personal, went into the character department. So there's a lot of character moments.
Character department movie, of where?
Well, both Great America and good old Disneyland. Okay. But there's things you don't do as a character because it's wrong and you shouldn't do it. Like a character doing hip thrusts you should not do. And just because it was so personal, I was like, that shit's funny. And he's just in the background. It's not even a main moment, but I died at that moment.
Yeah. Todd?
I had a hard one on this one. Like the part that made me just like laugh out loud was the
I bet you did.
was the catapult, but like anytime Benny was on screen, Chris Pontius.
Yeah.
Like just the let them sort it out themselves. Like anytime he's on screen, like were my favorite bits. So,
and what I appreciate about Hit, it's like he has the dumb, charming character. So it's Benny. So you can forgive anything he does. Now there is an end credit scene. Did you guys catch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you guys saw that very end credits.
I always watch to the end credits. That's why you always. Was there anything at the end?
Yeah. But if you have a chance to watch this, which I would recommend watching this at least once, be sure to check out the end credits. It's a nice little gag at the end. I would still give this a 3.5 because there were still moments where in the movie I was like, okay, well, let's get on with it. And it is short. It is only 85 minutes long, and it's less than 90 minutes. But still, there was moments where it just kind of felt like it was dragging just a little bit. And for that, I just had to peg it down to 3.5. But I still enjoyed it nonetheless. And it'd be one of those where I definitely watch again if anybody asked me, like, hey, you want to watch this? Absolutely. But not one that I would purchase or not sure if I'd watch again. I might watch again if somebody suggested it. But I don't think I'd watch again on my own, personally.
Wow.
Greg?
Well, this is one of those times I'm just going to say, Ozzy, you're wrong. But no.
I'm wrong about what I would do in the future?
No. Yeah, you're wrong about the rating. What you might do in the future, whatever. But the rating, again, member berries, this movie was fun. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this movie as much as I did. This is going to be on my collection of movies I watch again, and I don't watch movies again. But this is getting a 5 for me. Just because it hit home with a lot of fun things. It again, it was a different time moment. I like that there were moments near the end that happened that I was like, oh, that's kind of a trope, and then it's still twist that even like when Grandpa was leaving the house. It just was a fun movie. I had a lot of good laughs, and I had a lot of moments where it brought up some good stories to tell the wife. So yeah, this is getting a 5 for me and a must watch.
Okay.
Well, I'm not quite a 5, but I'm not low as Ozzy, so he could still be wrong. I'm a 4.5. But yeah, I've already watched it a few times since I've seen it initially. So,
okay.
And I've already recommended it twice. One more time, Class Action Park on HBO Max. If you haven't seen it, this is for you too, Ozzy. Go watch it.
Okay. What about this movie? Is Action Park available or?
It's available
Action
on
Point
digital
available?
and physical, but you know what? It's actually streaming on Paramount Plus.
Look at
in
that.
4K. So it's the only place you can watch it in 4K that I know of.
Okay. Well, check. Did you say 4Play or 4K?
4K. No, I was trying to think if it's available for purchase on. You can't buy a physical disc on 4K, but they might have it purchase on Vudu also. I don't know.
Okay. Well, now don't
it's on
get
Paramount
me wrong.
Plus.
Although, if it's anything like My Great American Days, both would probably apply. Let me tell you.
I will say this when I give this my 3.5 is that I'll say it's a fluid 3.5, meaning that it's just more for me. I'm not mad with Greg's rating, and I understand it. Not like anything else, like stupid Private School. That I get pissed off when anything
too much. I think you really like it. You just can't admit it to yourself.
No, it's just I need an example of something that's pure garbage. No. I'm just trying to point out something that's pure garbage. It's all. But you giving it a 5, I buy it. Anybody that tells me I don't understand why you didn't enjoy it as much as I did, but I would not argue with them on that. I accept your reasons, and I accept yours, and I'm not going to say you're wrong on that. Unlike your ratings on, let's just say Once Bitten,
Lost Skeleton,
or the stupid Lost Skeleton.
He always brings up Private School, but there was one after he hated more, and he doesn't even remember what it is now. So I think he probably really did hate
Joysticks.
That was it.
No, I bring up Private School because it's Private School that is brought up amongst anybody that was here for the Patreon live show last week, or rather just the live show last week, would see that Private School was brought up. If anybody wants to bring up Joysticks and bring up that part of my brain that it's going to explode one day, go right ahead. The problem I have with Joysticks is when I explain it to somebody else, they look at me like, this was a real movie? I'm like, I know!
That's what makes it so awesome.
No.
If they're like, what are you talking about? That's how you know it's some great cinema. Anyway. If not, you could just go watch the big whatever.
As I was saying before, I'm not going to argue with anybody if they love this and would give it a 5 or 4.5.
Yeah.
But for me, like there was just some moments where I felt it dragged it a little bit. And that's just me.
And in all honesty, I wouldn't even give you crap for giving it a 3.5. I get it. It's going to be different for different people.
Yeah,
So,
no,
it's one of those where it could hit a wide range of
Yeah.
scores with different people. Not as defined as others. So there we go.
Yeah, if I was born a different time and didn't have that first job, I honestly don't think this movie would hit as well. And definitely prefaced it with it's not going to be for everybody for a reason. So I say you're wrong, Ozzy, but
I'm technically not.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that was Action Point, available on digital to rent or purchase. 2018. We're going to be back next week with a new episode. We don't have that film chosen at the moment, but we will have it available for you next week. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to join the Patreon for only $1. That hasn't changed since I brought it up.
Oh, no. We're putting this
ago?
one. We want to make sure everyone can watch this one.
Okay.
So it's $1.
Okay. Patreon.com/Flesh Wound Features. And you can still get the t-shirt, Flesh Wound Farce t-shirt at teespring.com/stores/flesh-wound-features. Link available in the comments as well as the Patreon link as well. Well, that's all I got for Action Point. You guys got anything else before we head out for the evening?
No. Good night.
Yeah. Go buy that movie.
If you ever spent time at a theme park that didn't have a whole lot of rules, buy the movie. But if you didn't, just prepare yourself. And you can see it on Paramount Plus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is world famous juggler Greg Larson and Flesh Wound producer Todd. I'm Ozzy V, and we'll see you next week right here on Flesh Wound Farce.